was homecoming Saturday in Blacksburg, Virginia, and a big day for Virginia Tech. They hadn't played a conference opponent at home since they beat Georgia Tech on Labor Day. They were anxious to get one done today, and they did so against the Duke Blue Devil team that'll have to wait another week before it claims some bowl eligibility.
No, they had the wind knocked out of them in the first quarter, but Virginia Tech just overwhelmed Duke and went on to a victory that was hard-earned, no question.
Well, in the first quarter, as you said, we didn't think it would go the way it did. But as we look at our game recap, Duke got off to a hot start as Sean Renfrey looked for Jamison Crowder downfield.
Got man coverage across the board. Outstanding throw by their big quarterback, and Crowder stepped up. We ended up having a huge day for Duke. Big catch to start this thing off.
And, of course, here's a big pass play to Tony Gregory. He bobbles it. Jordan Bias takes it into the end zone. Pick six. And the Blue Devils found themselves closing in on a 20-point margin. But Virginia Tech would come back, and it would be Martin Scales capping a nice long drive to make it 20-7.
Well, that's when the Virginia Tech highlights begin, as it turns out. Scales gets the touchdown. Here, Cole, the freshman safety, a blown coverage or a blown route there. They get the interception, led to a field goal, and that wasn't all they were going to do as far as turnovers. Here, Bonner gets the interception, which is going to set up a short field opportunity for Logan Thomas.
And, of course, Dietrich Bonner with that turnover, and here comes Marcus Davis, gets behind the coverage and scores, and that puts Virginia Tech in this ball game. They're down 20-17. We go into the third quarter.
Well, it just started from there. Here comes J.C. Coleman, the freshman. He had a huge day as well. He was the player of the game. Outstanding job running the football. Monster explosion play there to put him in the end zone. That gave him the lead for good as they jumped up 24-20. And Logan Thomas had several of these kind of throws. Here, Marcus Davis makes another big catch in traffic. But Duke got lost in coverage a couple times, and it led to monster plays.
Jarred his shoulder on the play, but he was not hurt. Into the fourth quarter we go. Duke trying to make a game of it here. They're down, but all of a sudden here is a fourth down play to Jamison Crowder. He steps on the end line. That could have turned the game around a little bit for the Blue Devils. It's a fourth down play and sets up this run by J.C. Coleman.
Well, and Coleman, we talked about him when he gets to the edge. He's got great speed. He's an element that he adds to the game. David Wilson had similar speed. This is what this kid brings to the table, and they got to like what it looks like going forward. And how fitting, close out the game. Nicholas gets the strip, and Matty gets the recovery to kind of close the door for Duke.
This is more like we are used to seeing as far as Virginia Tech's defense is concerned. Our Mike Hogwood had a chance to talk with running back J.C. Coleman.
Thank you, Steve. J.C. Coleman, what a game today, and you got more playing time this week. You knew you were going to be. Talk about your performance.
It was just, outstanding, and, finally get some running room and, make things happen. I had a lot of fun out there. The offensive line, they worked real hard, the whole week. We just all put it together today. It was very fun.
What was the attitude of this team in practice this week after what happened last weekend?
Last week we feel like we had a lot of great plays. We just have to be more consistent. So that was one of the things that we kind of focused on this week, being more consistent. We sped up the pace a little bit on offense, and it just all worked out today.
When you get the corner turned, do you feel like, see a little daylight, do you feel like that's it? You're taking it to the house?
Oh yeah, most definitely. My pride is on my speed, and once I see green, I'm gonna just hit it. I don't feel like I'm gonna get caught.
Well, congratulations. I think we're gonna see a great career out of you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Steve.
All right, thank you very much, Mike Hogwood. They're doing the hokey pokey at Virginia Tech. A successful homecoming as Virginia Tech scores 41 unanswered points to win 41-20 over Duke.